I'm Vic Myers. Welcome to the Resistance. Primary season's in full swing. That means the establishment, consultant class, centrist Democrats are working overtime to make sure the incumbents win their primaries. Now, sometimes that means that they're doing everything they can to keep challengers from raising campaign funds. They'll talk to the donors and talk them down, disparage them, make up stories about supposed liabilities that a particular candidate has. Sometimes it means they'll use the party apparatus to limit opportunities for challengers to get in front of assembled Democrats. And sometimes, when the incumbent is incredibly unpopular, they'll find a somewhat plausible candidate that they can count on to play ball and ask them to get in the race. This candidate will put on a good show, but at the end of the day, they've got no intention of putting up a real fight. They're playing the long game and expecting support for future political ambitions. I'm curious, are you seeing what I'm describing in your state? Are there candidates like Kat Abogazala of Illinois in your neck of the woods? Candidates who are challenging the establishment and yet being shut out. I saw a video that she made, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago about a local Democratic Party forum in which they didn't want to let her participate. There are powerful party operators who are trying to marginalize her. Maybe because she's raised over $3 million for a race, and the only way to slow her down is to cut her out of events and make it look like she didn't want to be there. Or maybe it's because she's a Palestinian American and AIPAC hates her. Or how about Karen Breslin in Colorado? She's been in the race for a year. She's traveled all over the state meeting with local Democrats and telling us what she's all about. She's running against Jurassic John Hickenlooper, the prototypical centrist Democrat. The establishment Dems are going out of their way to keep her in the shadows. There's one county that's easily the pot of gold at the end of the donor rainbow here in Colorado. Anyway, Karen has been asking that county, the county Dems from that county, for an opportunity to speak for a long time. She kept getting told, sorry, our agenda is full. But when Julie Gonzalez suddenly got into the race, she got 10 minutes right away. Now, Julie is a somewhat progressive Dem who is convinced to get into the race last December. It's my belief that she was convinced to run because if it's a Hick v. Breslin primary, things don't look so good for Hick. Julie isn't a horrible candidate, although she did cast some votes that were extremely developer-friendly and not exactly helpful if we want to make housing more affordable. I think she'd be a good candidate for the U.S. House, but her resume for the Senate, well, it's not that great. Breslin, on the other hand, she has a long career of working for the National Park Service, where she's a senior policy advisor. She's an attorney with a private law practice that focuses on environmental and animal rights cases. She has a formal education in international studies and was once a practicing journalist in Washington, D.C., covering energy and campaign finance legislation. She has all the bona fides that scream citizen legislator, one of those of the people, by the people, for the people candidates that we're always saying we want in government. The establishment doesn't want her on the primary ballot. They know Julie can't beat Jurassic John, but they're not so sure about Karen. That's why she has my full and complete endorsement. I encourage you all to look around and find the candidates in your state that the establishment is trying to hide, because those are the ones that we need to succeed if we're going to bring the Democratic Party back to Main Street and take on this authoritarian in Washington. Thanks for listening. Good day.